everybody, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to another video. Right, this week it's going to be like a part 2 of last week's video, and basically it's something to go on the back of the tractor I did last week. And again, this one is, well, it was donated to me by Mr. Ian Hurley, and it was in the same lot that the tractor came in, and so thank you very much for that, Ian. So we're going to have a go at changing this model into something a little bit more modern and a little bit different than what it was to start with. Okay, so before we start that, just like to say thank you to all my subscribers, old and a couple of new ones. Not many. Thanks very much for sticking with me, and thanks for coming back to watch this video. Okay, well, I guess we better get on with this. So as I always say, please sit back, relax, enjoy watching the video, see how I got on with this one. Okay, so let's take a closer look at this trailer. Not a lot wrong with it, or very little wrong with it, other than it's missing the tailboard and the plastic, higher plastic sides, and the bit at the back. As I've said before, you know, if you've got this behind the forage machine, behind the tractor, forage harvester, whether you're zero grazing grass or maize or whatever, it blows it into the trailer, stops it going right over. And I think they say it's a grain trailer, the actual model, but I don't know. I certainly wouldn't have called it a grain trailer, but anyway. So it all works, it's just this handle is bent. So we'll have to straighten that, but other than that, it just needs a good paint. And then, like I say, those other bits which I'll try and get. You can get them, but they're very expensive, but I'll have a look on model supplies, and it's always a bit cheaper if you get it through them on their website. Okay, so let's get that dismantled. Right, okay, let's start on doing this. Now, I've got to get the axle off to start with, but both of these wheels I noticed, but they're both broken. The centres are gone out of them, so I'm going to pull this one off. That axle is rusted. I don't know if it'll pull right through. Yeah, it looks going to pull right through, so that, you know, it's only that the wheel was stuck on there that came off. So that's the wheels out. Like I say, both of those are knackered, unfortunately. Don't know if I can glue the centres back onto them. Okay, so lift that up. I'm not sure how this undoes quite. When that's flat, I don't know, will that pull out? Yeah, that will pull out as far as there, but I don't know. Yeah, if you put it like, if you angle it like that, it comes out. So that's the chassis basically. Mustn't lose those little bits. Alright, that just pulls out of there then. See, it's in a slot, goes into the hole, and when it turns it locks it into place. So that handle we'll have to straighten a little bit. Now the rest of that can stay as is to paint, because that piece there, I think, I'm not sure, but I think this piece here is riveted by those 4 small little rivets that holds this ram in place, but there's no point in undoing that, that'd be stupid. Okay, so that's ready for the caustic. That I don't know if I won't bother with putting that in the caustic, I don't think. So that's that one, quite simply undone. Okay, caustic soda. Okay, I'm going to put the bits of this trailer in with the bits from last week's restoration. And we'll see how that goes. A little bit more in it. Beautiful colour. Lovely colour. Right for Halloween, eh? Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble. Oh, that's doing nice. Bring that round a bit. Get it all under there. Get it all under the water. Okay then, so we'll leave that for a few seconds longer, or a couple of minutes longer, and then I'll wash it all, and we'll come back to it when it's all nice and wire brushed and cleaned up, ready for priming on the bench. Okay, see you then. Right, that's it, all wire brushed, cleaned up, washed with methylated spirits, all ready to put the primer on. Today the reproduction part came. It's quite a good reproduction part, as good as the original. The only thing is there's a bit of black on there, but I didn't really want to have to paint that because it's plastic, so I'll have to see what I'm going to do. I'm not sure, paint it or don't paint it. I'd rather not if I don't have to. And then this tailboard came as well today, so that's a reproduction tailboard. Okay, yeah, so the reproduction tailboard came as well from the same place, and I'm going to give that a clean. I'll do it with a soft wire brush and then give it some methylated spirits, but this stays silver, so I'll see how it comes up, whether I need to paint it silver or not. But anyway, this is all ready for the primer, so I'm going to go and do that. So when it's done, I'll come back to you. Okay, that's the body and the chassis with primer on. Now the body, I'm not going to make this trailer as it was. I'm going to turn this into the class trailer. So this is the colour I'm going to do the body, which is HGR, which stands for green O2, and it's the Holt to spray again, but I don't know what actual shade of colour you would call that, what green it is. And for the chassis it's going to be black. This is good paint I found, this black Rust-Oleum. It covers quite well and it does a nice finish. Dries pretty quick. I'll use some of this on the hubs of my little chimney I'd got to use for work, and it's good paint, so I'm going to paint the chassis with that. The chassis's got to be black. Okay, so I'm going to go out and get on with that. Right, okay then, this is what I've done to the trailer, the body. So basically I've turned it from the Britain's tipping trailer into this class 1. Now these decals I made myself. It was an experiment with this because I've bought some vinyl sticker paper for my inkjet printer. Now you got to make sure to get the right one. It says for inkjet printers. It's not quite so brilliant. You know, the colours are not quite so vivid on these. Same as like sticker paper, it never quite prints as vivid on the sticker paper as it does on the decal paper, the water slide decal paper. But I thought I'd try these vinyl ones anyway. Now the advantage with that is that you don't need to lacquer them once you've printed them. Just leave them dry. It says for an hour, but I left them for 24 hours. And you know, you haven't got to lacquer them first. I mean, I've lacquered these once I've stuck them on there. They don't look quite so vivid as they do, you know, on camera as they do in real life. Actually looking at it, it's a lot brighter than what it looks through the camera. So anyway, I've done those. So basically I've made this trailer into a later version, I think. That's the body. I've bought the reproduction sides, high sides for the silage sides, not the grain trailer sides. Now what I've done, obviously the wheels were narrow wheels on there, so I've used these wider wheels. Now Ian Hulley had sent me this baler as well, and there was quite a few bits missing off it, and a couple of broken bits. So what I've done, I've dismantled it. I've decided to use it as spares because I've looked to see if I can get some of the parts that were missing, and I haven't found any. So I thought, well, I'll take it apart and maybe I can use some of these other bits for other things. Anyway, I've taken it apart and I've taken the wheels off, because those are the wheels that should be with this class trailer. So that's what I've done there. I've used a piece of this plastic for last week's restoration on the tractor. So you know, there might be some other bits there later on I can use. But I have got another couple of balers like this, so you know, if I hadn't have had one, then I might have tried to do something. But I think because I've got another couple, I will just use this as spares. Maybe later on I might make one up to resemble the baler I had. What was it, New Holland? It was a similar shape to that, but instead of belts on, it was bars across. So I might do a code 3 model on that later on, next year or whenever, but certainly not this year. Okay, so back to this trailer. Move that out of the way. This is a reproduction tailboard which stays silver, so I've wire brushed and cleaned that up, and I've painted the lights on and lacquered them. I haven't lacquered the whole tailboard, I've just lacquered the lights. So that's that, and then the chassis is black. I've painted it black obviously because that's the colour it should be. So basically we're pretty much ready just to put that back together. So let's get on and do that. Right, okay then, let's move some of this out of the way. Right, so if we start with this chassis part, now we've got to put this tipping arm in, or tipping lever. Now I did paint this with this sort of imitation chrome paint, but if you do that you need to paint it straight away. As soon as you've dismantled the model, paint it straight away and then leave it for quite a long time, because otherwise it stays tacky and you leave your finger marks in it. Now this has been probably painted for about a fortnight. So let's start by putting that in. So I'm going to put it in upside down like that, and then lift it up and push that in the hole. Okay, so that's upside down. Now I've got to try and get this ram in there. That's it. Then you can turn it the right way and that should hold the ram. Now the body that goes in between the chassis like so. Then you pass the wheels through. It's pretty straightforward, this one. Pass the wheels through, the axle through, and that holds everything together like that. Then we put the other wheel on. Now I've left it quite tight to put the wheel on, this axle, because it's not easy to pin that over, because those wheels are very, very dished. So they are tight to push on. Very tight to push on. So tight, in fact, I'm having a job to push them on. I need to hold it with the pliers, I think. Being careful not to damage the paint. So if I hold that there, and I'm going to push on this wheel, there, that's clipped into place. So I shouldn't need to pin that over. Okay, so that's that bit. Then we've got to put the tailboard in now. This repro tailboard, it just, I'm going to push out on the sides and it just pushes in. So it's quite just. And then these two little clips on the bottom here, sorry you can't see, two little clips on the bottom here, push, and that's the tailboard clicked. So that's it. Let's chip the paint a little bit on the side, but that's going to happen. That's going to happen, that's inevitable. Okay, so we push down on that, and then up she goes. And I think if you go all the way up, or push the lever all the way down, then it stays up, it sort of clicks into place. So that's it. It's chipped it a little bit there, look. Oh, that's the body rubbing on it. So anyway, that's it. So what we'll do now, we'll put it on the back of last week's restoration, or the last restoration of our tractor. As I said before, this model was donated to me by Mr. Ian Hulley, so thanks again, Ian, for that. And it'll go on the back of the tractor that Mr. Ian Hulley also donated to my channel. So nice little combination, I think. And look, I'm saying all that and I've forgotten to put the old silage sides on. So let's put that on, they just click in there. Famous last words. Yeah, why won't that go? Yeah. Forward and down. That's it. Okay, that's it. Job done. Fancy forgetting the silage sides, eh? Lovely jubbly. So that's it, job done. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks very much for watching, and you know, I hope you've enjoyed it enough to come back next time for another restoration video. So yeah, we're going to do some outdoor shots, and then we'll shove it on the old turntable, have some before and after video, and then that'll be that for this week. Okay, so until next time, stay safe, look after yourselves, and we'll see you in the next video. So cheerio for now, habato, see you next time, bye.